What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the Dallas Mavericks now that their season has been ended in the NBA Finals by the eventual champions, Boston Celtics. What a season for the Mavericks. Honestly, I did not go into this offseason, even during the regular season, with them even coming out of the West. So kudos to them for that alone. You look at a full year with them having Kyrie Irving and what they were able to accomplish, not only with Kyrie, but also with Luka Doncic leading the league in scoring. You look at the moves that were made to acquire guys like PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, who gave them definitely a boost, not only offensively, but defensively and things like that. You look at their road to the actual NBA Finals and the teams that they were able to beat, especially one being the Minnesota Timberwolves, who a lot of people had going to the NBA Finals in that series. But the Mavericks ultimately represented the Western Conference, played the Boston Celtics as tough as they could, but, they just got buzzsawed by the better team. Now, what things do I think the Mavericks need to do going forward, and what things need to be addressed? I'm going to say this, and Luka Doncic is a great player. Offensively skilled, probably one of the better offensive players in the NBA today. We know he can light you up for 30 or more nightly. His passing ability is nice. It's a great thing to have. Defensively is where some things need to be addressed during the offseason. I don't know if it's his conditioning. I don't know if it's his, lateral movement. I don't know what it is, but Luka Doncic defense needs to be addressed, and quickly, if the Dallas Mavericks want to do anything in the realms of winning titles while he's with them. Like I said, great young player. I think he's one of the top young players under the age of 30. You look at Kyrie Irving, veteran. Yes, he's a veteran by now, by the standards of the NBA. I still think he has a lot more in the tank, but Kyrie Irving cannot put on performances like he did versus the Celtics if they are to win a championship. And this is what it's about once you get there, right? Once you get there and you ultimately fall short, it's about what can we do to not only increase our chances next year, but the years to come, because you have an ultimate ace card in a Luka Doncic. You have a great player in a Kyrie Irving who knows what it takes to win a championship. Now it's about fitting the other pieces to the puzzle. What are you going to do when PJ Washington doesn't have it going? What are you going to do when you don't have, a Derrick Jones Jr. whose athleticism doesn't have it going? Derek Lively, he's very, very young, so his ceiling is very high. He's not one that I'm going to point fingers to. Jason Kidd did as much as he could with what he was given. Tim Hardaway Jr., I don't know if he's in Dallas next season, because he was after the 3-point barrage he put up in the blowout game, non-existent in Game 5. Guys like Josh Green. There has to be another piece to the Mavericks puzzle if they are going to ultimately be able to not only come out of the West next season, but also win a NBA title. Like I said, I love Daniel Gafford. I love Derek Lively. I think PJ Washington is good. I think Derrick Jones Jr. adds something athletically to their team that they didn't have, But when I look at the landscape of the Western Conference, I look at the West as a whole, and I say, well, where would the Mavericks fit next year? Because those teams are going to get better. OKC is going to get better. Minnesota is going to get better. Memphis is going to be healthy. Sacramento is going to be better. They're going to be healthy. The Warriors, barring any type of, exciting news or splashes, you can't count them out. Same thing can be said for the Los Angeles Lakers, the Clippers. There are teams that will be gunning for that spot to represent the Western Conference next year. And if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, we did as much as we could to get there, but we're knocking on the door. We're close. But what that series versus the Boston Celtics showed me is that we're not on that level yet. We're not on that level. We're not on that championship level just yet. It's a fine. The one thing that you can say about the NBA is, even though we have all-stars, we have these talented players. Probably the most talented basketball players in the world are in the NBA. When it comes to the team aspect, you can tell who's head and shoulders above each other. And that's what was the case with the Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are really good, but they played the better team. That's just what happened in this particular series. So, for me, do I think they can, make a move here or there to ultimately increase their chances to get back to the Western Conference Finals? Of course, because they've shown that they can get to the Western Conference Finals. They've done this a few years ago versus the field. So they showed that they were able to get to the Western Conference Finals. Now, ultimately, the next quest is to win an NBA championship while you have Luka Doncic, and this is his most formidable years. You don't want to waste his time while he's at this level. Some guys, they play for franchises for years on end, and then the franchise never give them a chance to compete for a championship. This is Luka Doncic's first chance at an NBA title. So you look at the landscape of the Mavericks, and I like what they've done going forward. Now, the moves that they make in the offseason is going to be very telling on how next season goes for them. Again, like I said, I didn't even have them representing the Western Conference in the finals. That was a surprise for them to even get there, in my opinion. But ultimately, their season, in my opinion, wasn't a failure. But, to all the teams that didn't hoist the trophy, of course, their season is a failure. But there can only be one champion. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Dallas Maverick fans, basketball fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into this channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.